Do you remember the BMW 5 Series E39, which is the predecessor of the 5 Series E60, which is the predecessor of the 5 Series F10? Well, the E39 was definitely a great car with great build quality, design, and it was also reliable enough. However, the successor of this car, the E60, had on the other side worst reliability, worst build quality, and for a lot of people also worst design. But what about this newer 5 Series F10? Is this a better car? Well, it has better build quality, better reliability, and it has also better, more traditional design than the E60. So in terms of design, build quality and reliability, it's more like a successor of the E39. But still, it can have its own problems, so let's check it out more closely. This 5 Series was made from 2010 to 2017, but actually the production of the regular 5 Series already ended in 2016, so the production of the touring version will end this year. The build quality of this car is very good. The interior is really a nice place to be. Every single button is where it should be, and the dashboard is traditionally inclined towards the driver, which is definitely the best solution. The great thing is that the interior can look great even in high mileage cars too. There is also no rust on the body panels, and the quality of the paint job is also great. Let's check out some of the common problems. So there can be problem with the parking camera, multimedia system, heated seats, keyless entry, and sometimes there can be also water leaking into the interior and especially into the trunk. I would recommend to check all the electronic equipment before buying, because repairing the electronics and replacing electronic parts is usually really expensive. This 5 Series can be equipped with the adaptive electronic suspension, which is usually reliable, but it is obviously expensive to replace when it breaks. The touring version of this car has air suspension on the rear axle as standard, however the airbags can leak and the compressor can also break. I would recommend buying a car which was made from April 2011 or the facelifted version from 2013, so I would definitely avoid early production cars. This 5 Series is basically a smaller 7 Series, so it has a huge optional equipment list. Just for example, the F10 can have adaptive cruise control, head-up display, active steering, heated and ventilated front seats, night vision, climate control for the rear passengers, soft closed doors, internet access, parking cameras, and so on. I would recommend buying this car with at least the optional front sport seats or with the optional front comfort seats, because the standard seats are, well, not the best. From the petrol engines you can choose whichever you want, except the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8, because this engine has often problems with the injectors, turbos, cooling, and with the carbon buildup. However, BMW did some modifications to this engine in 2014, so after this year it should be more reliable. The diesel engines are also usually alright, however the 2-liter N47 4-cylinder engine can have more often problems with the worn timing chain. But in March 2011, BMW improved the timing chain mechanism in this engine, So in cars made after March 2011, it should be alright. It's very important to change the oil in the engine after 15,000 kilometers, but you know, the best is to change it after 10,000 kilometers. All the engines have timing chain, but it can be sometimes more worn after 200,000 kilometers. So you have to pay attention to rattling noise after cold start. You can choose the 6-speed manual or the 8-speed automatic gearbox in this car. The manual gearbox is usually reliable. The automatic transmission can have sometimes electronic or mechanic problems, so check it properly before buying. It should change gears very fast and very smoothly, without some kind of a strange noise and hesitation. Also, check the electronic gear selector of the automatic gearbox. So check if you can change the regular modes and also if you can change from normal to sport mode. Because replacing this unit is really expensive. You should change the oil in the automatic gearbox after 60,000 kilometers. This BMW can be equipped with run-flat tires. The side walls of these tires are more rigid, so the flat tire won't fall apart. With these run-flat tires fitted, you can continue driving with flat tires for around 100 kilometers at a speed of maximum 80 kilometers per hour. However, the ride is not that comfortable as with the standard tires. The car should ride quietly and really smoothly, so it shouldn't make rattling, squeaking or humming noises from the suspension. Also, make sure if the car is not pulling to the right or left, because pulling to the right was a problem mainly on early production cars. Then check the gaps between the body panels, they should be even on the left and on the right side too. I hope that this information are helpful enough. If you have some questions or if you have personal experience with this car, then write it into comments. Also don't forget to like or subscribe. Thanks for watching.